Yeah, you go.
I'm getting a weird like crunch sound from you.
For me now. I'm
Yeah,
clipping
it
now.
sounds like the like rubbing on like a headphone
Oh,
cord
that's
or
what I'm doing.
something.
I'm rubbing on the microphone.
Oh.
I just I just held the microphone. I need something to touch. I'll touch this. I'll touch my folks. Okay.
It's like rubbing on a microphone. Oh, that's what I'm doing. That's funny.
Dude, okay. Hi.
I
From the beginning. No one's
take it
clipping, no one's rubbing on any microphones. Yeah.
take it from the top.
Starts.
Wait,
I love
my
you.
I sound good now
Good to see
again?
you. Let's keep talking about dads. What?
I love you. Good to see you too. Um, talking about dads.
How old is
Congratulations,
your little baba?
congratulations to you and Millie. That's exciting. Probably a little bit scary, but mostly really exciting at this point.
Yeah, it's the same. We talked about that other day, how it's the same feeling, anxiety and
Yeah,
excitement.
yeah,
Like it's the same physical feeling.
yeah,
And but yeah, I think that there's actually not a lot of anxiety, but like it is a lot to go from one to two.
yeah,
And considering life, you yeah, I don't know. After in the first one, especially for us, we had so much time on our hands in the beginning with Rio. Um, so you had all the time in the world to like ease into it and figure it out, and everything was slow and fine and stuff like this. And with this one, this guy is just gonna get straight into freaking. There
yeah.
is, Rio's like almost four. He's just getting things. It's like there's shouting. There's the house is in a very fast BPM. No
Yeah,
matter where,
yeah,
if it's in the morning, if it's it's high level production over here. So this little
high
Baba is
level.
in for a very different start.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
just like yeah, Rio just had calm peace, and this little
yeah,
Bubba's
exactly.
gonna have
Whatever he
Rio
needs,
shredded.
whenever he needs it, and
Yeah,
this
yeah,
no, not anymore. So yeah, but yeah, man, life is very very um, comfortable here in Australia. So
nice.
our problems are good problems, you know. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, how's it been for you?
So
The transitioning to dadding while doing the music thing and all the stuff. Were you guys in Denver when you birthed
yeah,
or
yeah.
right? Okay.
We had Felix in Denver. Um, we just had him in our house, in bed,
Oh really? We
which
did
is
a home birth.
yeah,
I think I remember seeing photos. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
The transition, pretty good, I would say. You know,
That's
pretty
nice.
good. I think we had like a head start kind of because I had already quit partying sort of years ago and like even years before we even knew we were pregnant and um started just kind of trying to have more responsible practices, I guess, in general before he came. So I didn't have to like stop partying and then also go into dadding
Yeah.
at the same time, um,
Yeah.
which was nice.
One
Um,
identity change at a time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's harder to stay up late kind of now. Sort of at the gigs. I'm like, I wish I was at home sleeping because I normally going to bed at like 10, you know? That's kind of hard, but like not really, like because I don't know. I've I've partied a lot in the past and like stayed up a bunch. So it's not
Yeah.
like I don't know. I think that I honestly think that partying like is a really good preparation for being a dad, like being a parent in general, because like you stay up for like multiple nights on end, dealing with your friends who are basically children. But you have like you have like diminishing returns. Like like it doesn't feel better over time. Like you don't sleep at all, and but you gotta get a lot of good chemicals. But like with the parenting side of the thing, like you don't get any sleep. You are hanging out with a child, but like it feels good the whole time. Like the
Yeah,
chemicals, like the returns don't diminish. They like kind of almost compound. So
yeah,
like I feel like there are a lot of analogies that I can draw. So I feel like honestly like prepared for the parenthood by
that's hilarious, dude. That is such
like
a good philosophical standpoint, like from where you're coming. That's
uh
yeah, I never heard that, but that makes a lot of sense. When we just before the birth, our doula told us how like that's like we basically on because you're supposed to genetically and who we are as humans around your 20s, like you're supposed to birth. Like
yeah.
we're not supposed to wait till our 30s or something like this, body wise. So it's very easy for us to stay up all night because there's supposed to be a baby that you're supposed to watch. So your younger body is actually dialed with the circadian rhythms that can stay up all night. So we ended up doing that for partying, but also, you know, your hunter gatherer body is supposed to like be watching a baby, which is maybe why it was easy to watch your friends being acting like children on the dance floor in your
God. Well,
20s.
I was
But it
acting
was a
like a
very good,
children. I was acting like a
yeah,
child as well. As well. I'm like, I'm not talking
yeah,
shit
yeah.
about my friends by any
I,
means.
I, I took that to my 30s as well. That's not a, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't take any hints from evolution on that on that
No,
one.
dude, there's a bunch.
But
There's
yeah,
a bunch
man.
of weird evolutionary things that like um maybe made
Like
sense at one point, but don't make sense anymore. Like I don't know. There's a bunch of weird stuff.
eyebrows. Like,
Um,
what are they
like
about? Can't imagine they
yeah.
help that much.
Oh, to
You
keep
know.
the sweat out of your eyes when
I know.
you're
I just can't imagine they're that. That is probably not the most efficient thing. I don't know. I would build it strong. I mean, my eyebrows maybe are
shave your
efficient,
eyebrows
but
and then work out in the summer in
yeah, yeah.
Australia.
Experiment,
Tell me,
experiment with that.
yeah, tell me how
Yeah, I
efficient they
wonder.
are.
What other evolutionary points you can point out?
Oh, like we were watching a bunch of Naked and Afraid before we had Felix. Sometimes afterwards as well, but there's not much TV anymore. Um, but people like when you get dehydrated, you can't drink water. Like you puke it up. Like what the fuck is that? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what? Come on,
What a
that's
evil
terrible.
joke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What the fuck is that? What else? I don't know. When you get hungry, you can't decide what to eat.
Right. Yeah.
Bullshit. It's
What is that?
like
Fight or flight
I think it's just like
situation?
your prefrontal cortex text like shuts down and you go into like more primal. I'm talking about like not eating for like 6 hours, and I'm probably
Yeah, yeah,
exaggerating
yeah. I know.
quite a
I know
bit.
what you're.
But the
Yeah.
prefrontal cortex is probably shutting down and like allowing for more like primal, like your brainstem function.
Yeah. The it freezes instead of
That's
acting.
probably yeah.
So what was the biggest thing in the transition? Did you like? Yeah. Did you find yourself? I mean, obviously there's less time for music, but I mean, you moved to another state, which is enormous. I
That
assume
was a
that's a
pretty big
big
transition.
step.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Um,
then that you felt like that took you away a bit from the music, or it actually did it free up space for music, or how did that go?
it's I don't know. I've had a weird experience. I feel like I was just trying to make as much music as possible for a while, and my schedule got all weird, and mine and Thea's schedule got all lopsided, and she was just watching the baby all the time, and I was just like going into the studio at like 9 p.m. she wasn't watching the baby the whole time, but it was just like I would go to the studio at just like random times, and we didn't have any
Yeah.
like weird any cohesion, so we just like made a schedule up and said I was going to work from this time to that time, and then after that I would be done working, and we both kind of got time to exercise in the schedule and like do meals together and worked out like a date night and stuff. So I've never like been a schedule person at all before that. Quite the opposite, really. But having that set up, I don't know, like having designated time to sit down and make music um, every day, or not every day, but the days that you get to. Um, I think it's upping the productivity level just because there's like consistency there, and like I'm definitely a firm believer in what creativity and the inspiration doesn't really like hit you unless you're sitting in the seat. Like if you just like are always in the studio, then the chance that you'll be in the studio when you're feeling really good about music, it goes way up, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and you just get more dialed, and it's just better if you're just in it, even if you're not productive, if you're just in there. So I was just like sitting in the studio from hour to X hour every day, and yeah, getting a lot of work done until we moved, and then I didn't have a studio set up, and then I've like have been grinding to get a studio back set up since. But yeah, so now we're schedule people, and I'm getting a lot of work done, which is cool.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's
Yeah.
it's funny when that happens, eh? Where you're like the older, like yeah, you probably didn't expect that, and there's like it's
No.
like for me when I have more time, like because I work a lot in the nights when the house is asleep, and I was like, okay, I have a few hours, I should probably do some stuff. Sometimes I'm extremely productive, and sometimes because if Rio goes to sleep early and I have like this extra fucking 40 minutes or whatever that I'm like, whoo, 40 minutes, I'm like, I have so much time. And for some reason, I'm way more lax, and that makes that session less productive. Like the how do you call it? The paradox of like deadlines and like having a box around where you have productivity blocks and stuff like this
Yeah.
is yeah, very prevalent in my life as well. Well, like, but
So
this is, it's also like, this is it. That's just like what you have. Like, there's no, especially when you do the schedule together, like with the lady, and you're like, you see that that's the blocks. Like,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
no, oh, I'm not showing up for class. Like, you have to be there, and you
yeah.
want to be in the other side. Yeah. So you have to be fine with that. Yeah, man. Do you live off of music? Is music your sole income?
I mean, I was this year I started teaching a lot as well.
Sick.
So yeah, which I have to get back to because I took a break because of moving. I couldn't juggle gigging and setting up a house and doing everything. But yeah, music is the gig with the merch and the lessons and the music. I can make it all work. Especially now that
That's
we've
awesome.
moved to Pittsburgh, man, it's like way cheaper.
Right, yeah. Okay, good move. That's
Yeah,
it's one of the
yeah,
biggest hacks is to have a cheap output so your income would look fatter.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just like we weren't doing any of the Denver stuff. Like if you're gonna live in Denver, you gotta go out to see the shows, and you gotta go to the mountains, and you gotta like go do the snowboarding. You have to go to breweries and whatever else. Rock climb, fucking mountain bike. Like you have to climb 14. You have to do all that stuff. You have to do lots of cocaine. Um, no. But if you're not doing all that shit, like why are you paying a bunch of money to live in a city, in any city? Like it's not just Denver, but like, if you're not constantly taking advantage of the what the place that you live in has to offer, then go live somewhere that you can afford to live. Um,
Yeah.
because if you're gonna be in your house all day making music, like you can do that anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find like a community in Pittsburgh? Like, do you have some mates over there and stuff when you moved, or like you're like
Uh,
slowly, your community is young parents now?
we don't have like, I mean, we know the neighbors. Met the
Right.
people
Yeah.
that, yeah, we met the people that lived in this house before us because we kept on getting their mail, and they still live in Pittsburgh. They just moved like down the street. So we like now we know them. And Thea lived here, like 2 hours away.
Right.
Um, she grew up in Du Bois, which is like right near Pittsburgh, and so she's got some friends that live here. Um, but man, like I don't know, I'm perfectly happy to just hang out with my family.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like
It's
there's
a
not
very
there's
particular phase of life, eh?
yeah
In
there's
the
just not
beginning, like it's just
there's not that much time to do anything.
yeah, yeah. And then when you're doing something, you have to anyway give them attention. Like it's not like you get like half sentence here, half sentence there, and then you have this like broken conversation. That's something that's very nice about the podcast. Like I get to talk to friends for like an hour without
Nice.
interruption, and you don't really get to do that in real life. You know,
No,
he's
no.
always there and he's always talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with
Uh,
you. Like when we came here, it's like I mean, in any way, I'm a home person, and I would just like hang out with Millie always. Like it's just like I'm fine. And then we like I know a lot of people from Australia, but even though there's a lot of friends in the area, like the friends ended up being young parents, like people that are with Rio in kindergarten, then you know the parents and da da da, and that adds to the identity change. That like you're not a
yeah. Yeah.
partier, and you're like in a different, and now you're just a dad. You're just like you're the dad of Rio, and you're gonna do the thing, and you talk about that stuff for a while,
Yeah. Yeah.
which like that's the phase of life you're in, which is just
Yeah.
funny. It's funny to, but by now it's so much more of who I am than the other stuff. That
Yeah.
when I go to a festival, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. There's that part of me.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Is there a scene in Pittsburgh? Is there like some shows and stuff like this? No, Pittsburgh sounds
Kind of.
very Christian. I don't know if I'm probably being.
It's
It just sounds very Christian.
I mean, there's
No.
like there's churches. I don't get a Christian vibe from it. There's definitely
Right. I
churches
have
here.
no idea where Pittsburgh is. Where is that?
It's like
East
an
Coast.
old. It's in Pennsylvania, but it's on in
Oh,
western
gorgeous.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like near Ohio, but that's not a place that you would really know where that is. It's like Midwest kind of.
Right.
And it's like an old industrial city. So they used to make steel and iron, and there's like a bunch of big mills, and it's on a rivers. So there's like they would transport iron on the rivers, and they used to have like a bunch of people here in early 1900s, late 1800s. There was like 700,000 people that lived here, and now there's
Right.
like 300,000 people that live here because
Jesus.
that industry is not booming anymore. Um, Coffs Harbor, though, I've never. I feel like I saw Mood Swing and Chevy Bass and K-Lab play there once
Yeah, right. That's hilarious. Yeah, the other
a
day we had like
long time
two
ago.
psytrance parties here, like just in a club. And I did not know that that would be such a thing. Like we've been here for more than 2 years now, and that didn't really happen. And just the other day it happened. So yeah, every once in a while there's some shows here, but it's comparatively chill. Me and Jackson Sumeruna, I don't know if you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so him and Finn Ambler were throwing gigs in Bellinger every once in a while for a few months, which is
Nice.
nice. Under more like Jackson's brand, the Synesthetics. So that's nice. And in Bellinger, and I don't know if you've been there or you heard about that, but there's a bit more of a life over there, or like for at least an hour scene. But yeah, it's pretty chill, man. Like it's a pretty chill place. Like it's just young parents and I was about to say the R word, retired people. Not that one. Not the other one.
Retired people. Yeah, there's a bunch
Uh,
of old people in Pittsburgh as well. It's like mostly old people and young parents is the
yeah,
vibe that I get. It's like
which
old like
is
old person dies
amazing.
and then like gives up their nice ass
Yeah,
house that they've
yeah,
been living in for 60 years and it's like super cheap and they're like and then the young family buys the house and then it's like so
yeah,
they're like the
yeah.
old people and the young people living in
The
neighborhoods
circle of
together and
life, the circle of
yeah.
capitalism. Yeah, man, it works.
Circle of
It's yeah. That's definitely the vibe here, and it's great. But yeah, yeah, I'm also like I'm very like I'm an odd chicken. How do you say odd bird? Do you say that? Off bird?
odd duck.
Is that a phrase?
Odd duck.
Duck. Yeah, I'm a duck.
An odd one.
Odd. Okay.
Oh my god, Felix started
So
going
yeah,
whack 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 whack. Dude,
straight into a recording.
he'll spot the ducks and the pigs and the monkeys and like in the books like tiny little details you can't see at all. And he's quacking and
Yeah.
you're like, what, dude?
Quack.
There's no there actually is a duck on that page.
Yeah. He's a duck locator.
Quack quack
Yeah,
quack
they're
quack quack
good.
quack.
They're good at the whack whacking. That's hilarious, dude. Have you recorded him for a tune already?
Oh yeah. Have you do you have Rio in
Oh,
songs?
I have. I don't have his voice. I have him with a shaker when he was like a tiny, tiny little baba. I
Hmm.
sampled him using like an egg shaker. And on my Akudra, my Xenon stuff, I had like a tiny Moog. And we did like a sound design session. He was just like twisting knobs. And there's like two tracks. There's like sounds that he made from like twisting knobs that I put
Nice.
in. Yeah. I was just
Epic.
like, it's just nice. Perfect. That's all I need. It's very sigh.
Sometimes sometimes that's all you need.
That's all I need.
Um
Sometimes, every
Felix
once in a while.
Felix, I've got him. I have a bunch of samples, and I haven't released any of the songs, but I've got like little giggles and little,
That's cute.
uh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of that stuff. And
Whack Whack is pretty good.
yeah, quack 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 quack.
That's pretty good. Nice, man. What are you working on now? Are you doing, do you have like, now that you're a scheduled person, do you have like scheduled releases and scheduled, do you schedule your business around, your, no, no, you let it flow.
No, still just living by the seat of the pants. I wish I was a scheduled person. Right now, we're working on. Me and Chimera are on tour together, and we're working on the EP that was supposed to come out before the tour started, but
Oops.
it's still haven't finished it yet, but it's almost done.
It's kind of nice because
My
now you can test the tracks of the EP on the crowd that
yeah,
came to see you guys, and
yeah.
now you can make the tracks better. So that's actually a very maybe that's how everyone should do this. It's like you pre-order, pre-order. It's like the
Pre-order. Jesus Christ.
pre-order tour.
Yeah,
Just hey, we
you
just
can
want to
really
check our
spin
masters.
this
Yeah, yeah. The
spin this to
mixdown
make
tour,
it
and you
good.
just like play it in on different PAs, and it's just a part of your mixdown phase.
I
Nice, man. So you guys have a EP together?
Yeah, it's three tracks. One of the reasons that it's taken so long to get it finished is right before we moved, my solid state drive just flopped, and I had tried to back it up a week late before, and backup failed, and I didn't have any backups prior to that for like a year, so we lost like one whole song, and half of
Oh
another
my
one.
god.
Well, no, like we still had yeah, like the half that before I'd worked on it. So we had to like remake it. We just scrapped the one that we lost because like I kind of try to.
Sure.
So now it's three tracks, the EP,
Right.
and it's getting there, and it's fine, you know. The tracks are good, and it's
Yeah.
good that we waited. I think the music is better now than it would have been had we released what we had. So sometimes
That's awesome.
sometimes you just have to
Yeah.
take this mix down on tour. What are you working on?
I
You're
am bunch of
a busy
stuff.
guy. You're working on being an influencer, and I like it. Shao, the influencer.
Yeah, I'm. Hopefully, it wouldn't be an influencer, but I'm definitely into being a creator,
Mm.
and I'm
Oh yeah,
leaning
I mean,
towards creating more than being taking photos of my salads. But that is a big distinction that I would tell like anyone that like is on the path, and I'm really leaning into it,
sorry.
man, because like it really. I make those that joke all the time. It's still hard for me to do the thing because I'm 35 years of being on the absolute other side of how I think about
Yeah,
what I'm doing right now,
yeah,
and seeing something like this and seeing someone being in front of a camera or whatever, trying hard, and
yeah,
you're like lame, like in your head, it's just like that's not a cool thing to do, and I understand better. I understand that that's how this works, and that we have platforms that makes it easier than ever to connect to people, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing. So I'm very busy on that. Like I'm starting like to write more and like concise ideas and like conceptually like philosophizing on what it is that's going on with like why an art and business are like so, even just when I talk about like art and business, and when you say business, just for a musician to hear the word business, and you're like, ugh, like in the mid, just yeah, immediately you're like, "Ah, the devil, capitalism,"
it gives me
and
like a sinking pit feeling in the bottom of my stomach. Like,
yeah, oh,
oh,
your butthole just shrinks, tightens
yeah,
up. It's like, don't
all
go
of my
there.
sphincters are.
I'm trying to figure out what should I say. Like, what should I not use the word business? Like, what would you use if it's not a music business, but you still want to make a living out of it? What can you call it that musicians wouldn't think, but we wouldn't fear it? Do you just say the life you want to live all the time? Like, is that what you want to?
You just say,
It's
"Stop being a pussy. It's business." You
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah,
bitch.
yeah. Fucking coming in Gorgonzy.
Sorry,
But
sorry,
yeah, anyway,
sorry,
it's
sorry.
but yeah, that is my focus is really on that. I'm really really enjoying, yeah, learning heaps, learning and then like actually doing stuff, because I was learning before. I was obsessed with podcasts and stuff like this
Yep.
for years, and audiobooks, and that was like definitely an addiction. And you learn, and then it just comes from one ear, goes out the other, and some
Unless
things
you
stick.
actively apply it, unless you're like
Fully,
drink the
yeah.
Kool-Aid and like
And you
do the
have a
thing.
lens when you have a lens to like when you have a lens to like do the to see it through as well. I feel like because I have an angle to what I want to share with the world or the way I want to think about something. Now, when I listen to a business thing, I try to apply it to music, and when I listen to an art thing, I try to apply it to music, and like it all like kind of goes to a place where it can take a new form in, and that
Mm.
feels very nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
music wise, I'm just doing stuff. Like I have this Akudra EP that I'm working on, and Tribone tracks that are not all over the place. Like they all have homes already. Like I know where they're going, but
What do you
I need to finish them.
label wise or like
Idea wise, like I
oh okay,
know,
okay.
like I have like the part two of the album, like the rituals. That's gonna be an album, and I did the part one, and I have like two, maybe three tracks for the part two, which is all I want. But I need to finish them, which is also all I want. But I don't know when that's gonna happen. Um,
Busy
so yeah,
man.
yeah, you know, just I think it's everything takes less time now. I don't know if it happened to you as well, but like since Rue came, I'm like I'm recycling sounds, upcycling
Oh,
sounds. Like yeah, dude, just cheat
yes.
codes. Like
Yeah.
quick, get something going, and then I can
Yeah.
have like a session of flow on top of something that's already going.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I've,
what's
I've
your cheat
I don't
codes?
I don't my cheat codes. I don't know if I have them. I just keep recycling sounds. Like I'll just use a
Right.
bunch of sounds. I think the cheat code is like not giving a fuck anymore. Like it's like that
Amen.
That the goat farmer meme, like the meme where he's like, I thought it was cheating to use other people's drum sounds, so I recorded my own drum sounds, and I thought it was cheating to use drums that other people made, and then the drum heads, and then I don't have much time to make music anymore because of the goat farming. Um, it's like, dude, I don't care as much anymore. I'm really leaning into like doing the most obvious thing to me, which is something I've always rejected. It's like hardcore is like if it's obvious to me, like if it's like a really obvious resolution in the chord progression, or if it's just like the bass line that's just wow, 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 wow. It's like if it's way too obvious, I would never do that in the past. I would always like make it obscure and like try to make my own ideas like weird to me even. And now I'm like, just because it's obvious to me doesn't mean it's going to be obvious to you. Like, fuck all that shit. I'm not going to take it, like, I am going to take it the extra mile to make it sound awesome. But, like, if it's got to be wow, 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 like to get the point across, then fucking let it be wow, 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 wow. Like, who cares? You know?
I totally understand what you mean. Yeah, I totally understand what you mean. There's the Rick Rubin in the book, the Creative Act. Have you read
I've
that?
not read it, but I want to.
Yeah, it's nice. But like this, one of the points that he has there that it keeps being in my head is that you do what needs to happen for the sake of the art, for the sake of the song to be a good song. It's not about you. It's about the
Yeah.
piece of art that you're making.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you're actually seeing through that lens, and you have an emotion you want the listener to feel, or you want to feel that emotion, which is why you're making that music, you it it turns out to be simple. Like you don't need it to be complex all the time. That's more
Yeah.
brain stuff. I feel like that's not a feeling thing. That's more like,
Yeah.
oh, can I get to be that, yeah, that extreme with my abilities that I can pull it off even when I fucking go off the 16th and I da 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 and all these tricks and shticks, which is totally how I still do make music, because for some reason I think I will want to impress or whatever. It's also like that's we like to do it. Like you like it to be different because you like music that is different. Like it's
Yeah.
complex to your brain, so it makes you feel
But I don't,
not
I
better
don't
things, but
anymore.
things.
I actually
Oh
don't.
yeah, true.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't listen to complex
just
music
simple.
anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to be honest, dude, I listen to like um I run almost every day now. I listen to like Dua
Who?
Lipa. I like run. I'm a runner
Oh,
now.
okay. Yeah.
I run and I
Oh
listen to
wow.
like
Okay.
Dua Lipa and like Phoenix and Daft Punk and like poppy
Right.
ass shit. Like
Nice.
really, really like poppy ass drum and bass. Like I definitely don't listen to any like complex
Yeah.
unless it's like John Coltrane, which is like complex because it's the theory is like crazy, but I'm not
I
thinking
don't know
about that.
this. What is that?
John Coltrane,
Yeah.
he's a saxophone player. It's like jazz.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, yeah. Music theory wise, it's complex.
yeah.
I guess
But like,
structure wise, it'll also be complex. Yeah.
yeah, but when you're listening to it, you're not thinking about that. You're not like, whoa,
Yeah.
it's like so.
Yeah. 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 I should resolve my seventh with the first and the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. 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 It's just nice to listen to.
yeah,
Which is kind
yeah,
of how you want your complex music to be. You don't want them to be like, oh, this is so complex. You want them to be like, this is sick music. And then one friend would be like, this is 7/8 or whatever. You don't
yeah,
you don't need them to think how talented you are because it's complex. You want it to just be good music, and for
yeah,
the sake of the adventure,
yeah.
the excitement.
Or
Yeah, I
just for the
totally
sake
understand,
of,
man. I listen to indie folk when I'm home. I'm not even there. I'm like people singing about mountains and whiskey, and I love it. Like that's just like it's just what's up.
ooh,
That's where I am
what are
and
you
where I'm
listening
at
to?
now.
Who is this?
I can genuinely go on YouTube and be like indie folk and press play. Like I don't. I what's man? I listen to Camp. Do you know Camp with two A's? There's like a
Hmm.
band we listened to here, like in the house for a while. But that's just like music, just house music. Just put it in the background and it's nice. People,
Yeah.
guitars and words and shit.
Hmm.
Um, But yeah, I guess I don't really go anywhere else with it. Do you have any inspiration that you take? Like, is there anyone in particular that you're like this? I want to sound like this guy, or now it's just you from the ether. Ideas come and you put it out.
Um, I definitely like Olin and Racing, the poppy ass drum and bass that I was talking about. I definitely
Yeah,
for like I'll take inspiration of aspects of what different people are doing. Like, um, I like their drums. Or if I'm like listening to Micman, I just like that it's like a big drum beat and a bass sound, and like maybe like a woo or like I don't know. There's like three big sound like, and I like that it's simple. It's not like
yeah,
simple, but it's like there's not a lot of different aspects to it. So I'm trying to like take elements of other people's styles and make and do my own thing. But it is like really. I think I'm kind of trying to hone in on what is more me right now. I've been playing the drums a lot and um, trying to get more like drum heavy, just like a really rusty drum sound and like a big bass sound and have very little else happening. Um,
that's
but I
awesome.
don't know. Taking inspiration. Have you ever heard of Tipper? I'm just kidding.
I never heard about him until I came to the US. I never ever heard that name, which was crazy because then I realized that the whole scene was like you know, everyone
Yeah.
was he's the grandpa of it all. So yeah,
I'm sure
probably
he would.
you and some other friends from the first time that I came to the US introduced me to that. I think like Supercilious was the first person that showed me a track, like except the name, like he
Wow.
actually gave me to listen to his music one time when we were in Denver. Yeah, when I did the Tipper thing, his two sets were absolutely out of this world.
Yeah.
The how like for example on his music how complex it is, but you understand it. It doesn't matter if it's
Yeah.
5/4s, and it doesn't matter that the wub sound was like it doesn't matter the music is good, which you kind of
I,
get with all the big tier artists that like the complexity is not what's impressive. It's the music
yeah.
that's impressive, and on top
I,
of that, as a geeky music producer, you can be like, wow, that must have been so hard to make that sound or whatever.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's why Tipper, yeah, has been so popular is like the songwriting and how it takes you on a journey and it makes you feel things. And it's like, oh, that's a song first. You could like
right,
replace all of those crazy ass sounds with like shitty serum presets and it would probably still make you feel something,
right.
like
Yeah,
it doesn't
true.
have to have those sounds. Like I think Charles as well was really good at like writing music. Like it was like this idea flowed into that idea, flowed into this idea, and the melodies are overlapped and they take you somewhere. You know, it's not so much
Yeah,
about the
100%.
like you don't need his sound design also is great, but that's one thing that I like came have come to like about Charles's music a lot is the storytelling and the songwriting is really good. And yeah, you don't need it to be
Yeah,
complex. And when it does get complex, it's like just it's like fast notes. And you're like, oh, like that's
yeah, 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 fully.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There's something about like I mean, depending where you're coming from, but like having being a songwriter, having a concept and the verses are in place and all those things. That's something that I never really got taught or like got stuck on. You just have
yeah,
a track structure and you
yeah.
follow a structure, and then you try to make
Intro,
that complex.
drop,
Yeah, but even then, you're like, if you
breakdown.
want to make your music complex, you're like, oh, I'm gonna cut before the 32 bars.
Yeah,
That's gonna be weird. Like it's tricks,
yeah,
which like they work because you have a vision in your head, and if it doesn't add to the vision, it wouldn't go into the track. Even if you try to make everything complex on purpose, you still make judgment by what's good for the track. Like I wouldn't let a trick override what I feel about how it ended up sounding, I guess. By now, I feel like before I would leave something for the sake of it being a trick. Yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
different, but before I'd be like, oh, it's a trick. Just leave it in there
Yeah.
because I'm gonna
No,
impress people.
dude, I used to a couple of my songs back in the day have like metric modulation where it's like one sound plays out at one tempo and then it becomes like there's another tempo that it moves into when the sound is the same, like going the same, you know,
Yes.
fastness,
Then
but
it's
with
like
a
a
different beat around it. And I like figured out how to do that on my own, and I was like so fucking excited, and I like played the track out, and it was like a perfectly seamless transition from this tempo to that tempo, and nobody like noticed or like I thought people were gonna be like, "Damn, that was smooth," and like being stoked about it. Younger me, and it was like that's actually the opposite of what you want. Is like people to
yeah.
notice the transition that's made to be smooth. I don't know. It's like
Yeah. And
the
you're
trick.
doing this thing that is so complex and you're like, where's my
Yeah,
standing ovation?
yeah, yeah,
This is where you guys clap. Can't
yeah,
you
yeah,
see what I did here?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
no,
man.
nobody
Yeah,
cares. First of
no,
all,
no
second
one.
of all, it's not that even that complex of a trick.
Yeah, yeah. It's so you in your own studio with your own mind.
Yeah,
No one cares.
yeah,
Yeah, I get that is one big thing that I think that a lot of those experiences make you be the person that gives less fucks in
yeah,
production
yeah,
because you lean so heavily, like both of us, I assume, coming from the Shanti Planty world to start with, everything had to be different. And then when you realize that it doesn't, that's not true.
yeah,
Um, when you become a person that also doesn't listen to everything that's different type of sound,
yeah,
yeah, it's easier to give other things a chance. But like I still find myself, or I guess it depends. With a Kudra way less, with the four to the floor stuff, like whatever comes, and that's fine. With Tribone, I'm so stuck in the vision that I have in my head. There's just, it has to look. I know how it looks. Now I need to translate it into sounds, and it's very me, and it's not. That's just what it is, you know. And I do things wrong there, I add too much, but like it is as close as I can get it to what I have in my head, you know? Which is
yeah,
like, and that's just gonna stay there. Like, I don't think that's gonna change much. I think I give less fucks now on how it's coming out, but
yeah,
like, I'm still, the thing I'm trying to do is to get as close as I can to whatever it is that I'm hearing inside my
mm,
head. Like, to try and like put it out to the world.
yeah.
You've changed musically a bit as well, eh? Like from the beginning. You
Oh,
were
I've
always trippy and blippy. You always
yeah,
had the trips and blips, and you always had the moog bassy sounds. Like that's right. Like that's, I feel like that's two things that are very you, and maybe they're still there. I don't know if what's the recent
yeah.
music is like, but
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not getting rid of the trips, the blips, or the mugs. I'm
I remember.
I
I can remember when we were, and you showed me one of your projects, and every audio was like trip one, trip three, and blips and bloops, like
blippy, blip.
everything. Yeah, yeah.
I've gotten a little better with the naming. Now they're just like
That's
sometimes
great naming.
sometimes they have like actual names.
Nice.
Sometimes they're just ridiculous. But no, I've definitely taken journey with the sound. The Tribone thing has always been very focused. I feel like it's like you can listen to the first release and you can listen to the most recent release, and it's like this is cohesive. My project has never ever been that. It was like even the first EP had like different vibes, but which is kind of like I would say it might be a little bit easier to build a brand if you are a little bit more focused. Like
All right. I would
yeah,
say
rather
it
than
comes and goes. Because, like,
yeah,
then because you are a person that does a lot of things, then you can just be you all the time. But I
yeah,
had the necessity of opening another alias and another, like,
yeah,
and the necessity is fake.
yeah.
I made it in my head. But because I was so focused,
Well, no,
I was like,
I
no,
think
it has to be.
I think it depends on what the project is. Like, I think it depends on the creative vision. Like, I think if you have something that you have imagined and you want to create that. That's one thing where it's like I always just came up like Duffrey was just an alias for who I like me. You know, it's not like a specific project, which I don't know. I think there's merit in both of that. It's just
Yeah,
different. Um,
100%.
uh, but I think the more recent stuff is just trying. Like I've always tried to. The things that haven't changed have been like I always want it to be accessible and fun. Um, not like angry and scary. You know, like I don't want it to be. I always kind of want it to make you feel good. Um,
Mm,
I listen to scary and angry music,
mm-hmm.
and some of the music is definitely scary and angry. It's always been trippy, always been blippy. Now I just think it's a little bit simpler and louder and a little more danceable. It's definitely louder. I figured out. I feel like I've figured out how to make like really loud stuff, and I'm just like, let's make it loud.
Is that what your mic was clipping when we started? You were just cranking. Right. Yeah, that's a huge revolution for the
Yeah, no,
as an artist when you figure out how to make things louder.
yeah,
I mean, especially when you start taking layers away
yeah,
and you focus on drums, bass, and the melodies coming every once in a while, you have
yeah,
the opportunity to make, yeah, to do those techniques that make everything pop that much.
yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. You ever use addictive drums? You don't like hi-hats, so you probably wouldn't use addictive drums. You probably yeah, never used a
I don't
hi-hat
like
once in my
hi-hats.
goddamn life.
I don't like hi-hats, man. Shakers. I
Yeah.
need it organic. I need an
Yeah,
organic sound.
I literally like
Uh,
those words in your voice pop up in my head when I'm writing music. Like sometimes, like those words you just said, like shakers. I need an organic. Like sometimes when I'm choosing my percussion, like I hear you saying, and it's always like
I've
comforting.
changed though. I've changed.
And I'm
I've
like,
changed.
oh
No, no,
shut up, oh shut up. And then I go and use a
no,
fucking hi
I've
hat.
changed. I use hi-hats. I use hi-hats way more now. I feel like they're way more defined and like popping out from the mix.
Yeah,
So like when I
yeah,
need to actually have like the accent on the rhythm should change. Like it's not a part of it all. It needs to cut through. I need a noise. Like I need a ch
yeah.
ch.
When you need to
Um,
change from
I just don't need
to
it to be like Dirto.
you need to
It's
add
yeah.
the eighth note.
I'm a changed man on that,
Sorry, I
especially
keep
with the
on
four to the floor
interrupting you.
music.
I
Um,
keep, I keep on interrupting you about the goddamn hi hats. You need them. I'm trying to troll you, and you're not letting me. Yeah, when you need to change from four kick drums to four kick drums to four hi hats to make the crowd go wild in the 4x4 stuff, you can't just use shakers all the time.
nah, I'm not really into kicks as well. I just don't do kicks. I just do shakers. I just do big
Just
drums.
shakers.
Just shakers. Just fucking. I would do if I could. If I would have a good voice for chants,
Hmm.
I would probably do big drums, shakers, and chants like Viking music. You know, like if I would have the juice in me to just make Viking music, I'd probably do that. And then like just have like gritty bass design under. That'd probably be where Tribone would go. All I need. And hypnotic like techno. You know, like in between the Viking chant. I'm done, man. I was obsessed with Viking music when I was in the US. I was obsessed with Viking music, man.
What does this
So good.
mean?
Viking music?
Well, yeah, what is this? What are you talking about?
Just YouTube Viking music after. You'll see it's a whole world, man. It's a whole world, and it's amazing.
Is it like songs that were around then?
Yeah,
That
there's also
that
songs that are around now that people make in Nordic languages,
okay.
and it's just heavy and sick. Like it's very rock. Like it's very like I mean, there's the very Vikingy stuff, and there's very like raw, like fucking metalheads, Scandinavian metalheads. Um,
So what's
that I guess
stopping you from traveling to Norway and forming a band and getting some Japanese taiko drummers to make Tribone like all you need is chanting and big drums. You get a Japanese
Yeah.
friend that plays the taiko drums. You get a Nordic singer,
I can
and
probably
then
do this with AI. I'll just
all
ask
you're
AI.
doing, fuck that shit. That's lame.
Let's talk about that. Do you not like AI? Do you not use AI? Let me give you the spin that I thought about the other day. Because I started doing web design and web development a year or something ago, and you get into the graphic design world. You do some graphic design. You know how if you go to Photoshop, there's AI tools within it, and that helps the creative person get into more flow. If you want, you don't have to, but it adds value to your creation. If Ableton would have an AI thing that you press a button and it randomizes some notes, or
It
that
does.
for now it's just an algorithm. Yeah, exactly. There's all these algorithms that are already doing that. But if AI would do a better job, or it would unlock a few more doors in one button inside Ableton, right? Just for your creative flow, that'd be amazing. Like if I would to be like in Ableton, make me and chant from an unknown language, just make up something. I'd be sick. Or like a female vocal just doing no words, for example.
You can already do
Just
this.
vibe. Sorry?
You can do this.
I no, I'm saying like if I'm just saying if it was in Ableton, if it wasn't like
Okay.
something you go to the web. Because in graphic design, for example, you have it in Photoshop, you have it in
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Adobe
I'd be
software.
using that shit. Like I'd be using
All
that
the
shit.
time.
Like
Like it's
if you
amazing.
like if you're like especially when I'm like photoshopping celebrities wearing my merch. Like, like
Is that a thing you do? That's amazing.
yeah, like I'll use AI to like fix their shirt or something like that, or like if I like
Right.
have to delete like part of the image, like or remove somebody next to them that I don't want to be there, then I'll use like generative fill sometimes, or like
Sure.
sometimes I'll do content aware, like it's just but like I'll definitely be using that shit. Absolutely, if it's a
So why
tool
not
like
in
that.
music?
Um, I was just kidding. I use
My
AI.
old. You know what you should have done? The track that
But
you lost with Shimura from the EP. Put
yeah,
it, put the last export in AI and
yeah,
say like, I lost this track.
yeah.
Can you can
Right.
you give me the stems? Just
Yeah,
like break it into stems from the last export.
yeah. God,
That'd be great if AI can like
separate all
undo
the pieces.
just into like samples, and then
That'd
you'd be
be
like
so
change
sick.
those hi-hats into shakers and see how that's gonna sound. Um, dude,
Make
I
it
have to wrap up in like
okay.
2 minutes.
Okay.
Um, two questions. Do I think Rio is about to come in?
Yo,
Yes. What?
what's up, dude?
Oh, what?
What do you say?
Um, Something about a sleeping slide.
Oh, and
I
Rocco.
think we're gonna go see a sleeping slide in birthday. Um, Two questions. Have you ever quit music? You've been on this journey for a while, and you've
No,
actually made it, right? Like you live off of music.
yeah,
Have you ever had the thoughts of quitting?
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Punch. I've never done it.
No.
I quit. I quit. We stopped the project,
Duffrey,
but
you stopped?
no, we stopped Ultra Slav.
Oh, true. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
but I
that's
never.
that's that's not your career. That's your
No,
that's yeah. It's a part of it.
no. I've had help. Like my parents have picked me up when I haven't had any. Like when I fall down or like don't have any money, they'll cover. Not
That's
so
huge.
much anymore, but like
Yeah.
in along the journey. So I haven't
That's
ever
amazing.
needed to stop, um, which is like so much more privileged than most people.
That's
And I
amazing.
really owe it to them. But no, I never quit.
That's huge. And if you can give one tip, one like tip for like a younger producer, like someone that's behind you in their journey, what
Hmm.
would be your number one advice?
Um, I think I don't know about my number one advice, but I think that's something that I
Yeah,
keep
fuck my
on
question.
reading.
You just say whatever you want to say. I don't know what I'm
I
saying.
don't, it'd be really hard to like know what the
I'm
number
kidding. I'm
one.
kidding.
It'd be really hard to know what the number one advice would be.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, the thing that I keep on reading in a bunch of different books and realizing myself that I could have been doing better is like um, instead of trying to like focus on a few things and make them really good, make like a buttload of things and just finish them. And like whatever it is, like don't try to make it perfect. Just like make it and finish it and move on to the next thing and make it and finish it. Or like when you're working on a body of work, instead of like making four songs and then like this is my EP and these are the four songs that I need to have, like make like 30 songs and then like pick the four that are the best and then maybe finish those. But like try to have as many iterations as you can and practice, like view your workflow as a practice. Like maybe you want to make a dubstep song and you're a drum and bass guy and you're trying to work on dubstep and it's not working. Scrap it, work on another song. Like try again. View like sessions as practice and practice as much as you can. Because that's where you're going to get juice is just from quantity of songs. And there's like studies that can back this kind of thing up to where like you'll make better art if you make 100 songs over a year. You'll end up making like better songs by the end of the 100 songs than you would if you tried to spend the same amount of time working on one song. Um, so that's probably
I love that.
my number one
That's amazing.
advice.
No one said that yet. That's amazing. That is so.
Cool.
Yeah, that's such a good way of saying that. And it's all it that also it kind of comes hand in hand with not giving as many fucks because you can just make shit and then one of those shit you make is not shit, it's awesome and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna lean into the thing that yeah ended up being better for some reason.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Dude, let's do it again tomorrow or something. uh,
Yeah, tomorrow. I can next Wednesday. Tomorrow I play three
that'd be
shows.
awesome.
Play
Oh,
I play a show tomorrow, and then I play Friday and then Saturday, and then Sunday I travel home, and then I have a lesson on Tuesday. So let's do Wednesday. Can we do similar time?
I can see I'm pretty packed, but
Oh,
whatever.
next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm pretty packed in the next week, and everything, dude, is just like such a bottleneck before the birth.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh my
I
God.
know what
Yeah.
I'm doing every day. But I want to keep talking, even if it's not this, dude. It's been how long have we haven't talked in like 2 years or
Too long.
something.
Too long.
And you're
Yeah.
like one of my favorite person in the whole fucking world. It's so
Oh, you're
weird.
one of mine. Yeah, it is really weird. We should definitely
Um,
just. Do you have an iPhone? Should we? I'm so bad at fucking. I'm so bad
yeah, let's do this.
at
Okay, first of
WhatsApp,
all, thank you
dude.
for coming up, and I'm gonna stop the recording. And I love
Yeah.
you, and thank
Yeah.
you.
What's your number and address and
And
social security number and what's your children? What's your mother's maiden name?